Well guys, after all these years, the frame for my convertible that I grew up in, that my dad gave me, is finally going to go to the body shop today. It's been standing over here against this wall, wired up to keep it from falling down, probably since 2004 when I had it acid dipped. There's the hood. It was all acid dipped and primered. Fenders are over here. They are not primered. There is the driver's door that's primered and ready to go. But we got to get these vehicles out of the way. The generator, a lawnmower, a step stool, a floor jack. There's not a whole lot in the way. We're going to get these out of here and finally get this on a trailer and get it to a body shop. The body shop that painted my green XL GT Fastback has agreed to take this frame and start working on it and get the body ready to sit on it when the other guy gets it done. So I got my dad and my buddy Charlie coming out here to help me, and I'm not sure how we're going to do this, but I'm going to put the bucket on the little Kubota tractor and hopefully it'll lift it up and kind of balance it out so we can, you know, just get it balanced and get it up on there. I don't think it'll be that bad. It's just awkward. But before I back the Lincoln and the truck out, I want to go put the bucket on the tractor because I don't want these things sitting out in the sun any longer than they have to. So let's go get that bucket put on the tractor. All right, I don't do this very often, but let's see what happens. I used this to mow the yard with a few days ago. Gotta get this bucket on here, and I always have to think about it, but it shouldn't be too bad. We gotta back it up so far. We gotta put these hoses on it. Pretty easy to match the colors. I didn't grab anything to wipe my hands off. That's stupid. Alright. Now I always have to remember how to move this thing. Then we gotta just move this thing over. Put it over here. Put the clip in it. That's all there was to that. Now, let's get these vehicles backed out of here. All right, I guess we'll try starting the truck first. I've had both these running recently. It hasn't been that long. I keep this stuff on it to keep the light from the window out of the truck, even though the windows are tinted. People always comment on my Facebook post on this truck, or even YouTube, and say, what do you have it for if you're not going to drive it? I'd be driving all the time. Well, that's why they don't have one that looks like this, because if you take one of these with this red interior and you set it outside, start driving it every day, this interior is going to be pink. Let's see what happens. Start up pretty good. We'll let it idle down. It's 3/4 tank of gas in this tank. I gotta get the air conditioner charged in this too, and I'm gonna do a video on it because it's got a fitting leaking right at the condenser. It's a real common spot on these. Well, let's help it out a little. I'm going to put this one over here in this shed just to keep the sun off of it until we get this taken care of. As soon as we get that frame out of there, I can put these back away and get them out of the sun. Man, this thing's dusty. There. That'll work for that one. Let's go get the Lincoln. All right, we gotta get the blanket off this one. Okay, let's see what happens. My mirror just tilted up because it thinks it's dark in here, so it's sensing that it's dark and it's seeing the light come in the garage door. So watch when I put it in reverse, it'll dim, or it'll go back from dim. All right, let's see what we're going to do with this one. I think we'll just pull this one over there too, just to get the sun off the interior. There we go, good enough. That way the sun's not beating down on it. All right, I got all that stuff moved out of the way. Got the tractor pulled in here. So all I got to do is undo this, which it's still standing here pretty good. It's not even falling over, but I didn't want to take a chance on it falling on the Lincoln or the truck. So I got to take those screws out, and I think I'm going to put a chain in this hole, and hopefully it'll balance out and I can lift it up and get it outside. So I'm going to go pull the F-150 and trailer around. Dad's here early. We were going to do it at 2 o'clock. It's like, what time is it? 12:30? Where else you going to see 289 Lincoln Town Cars with sunroofs and wire wheels in one shot? I'm gonna go get the truck. Still got the trailer hooked up to this from taking that convertible off of it. I can't find the chain and tie it. Okay, there they are. They're in there. So let's get this thing around there. A spider. I can't stand spiders. I still haven't cleared this low tire light since we got back from the Nebraska trip. I don't know, me and Dad made us try this by ourselves without Charlie. It really may not be that bad. It may balance out okay on that chain. And I may not know what I'm doing at all here. I still got to get that wire off of there. All right, we got it unwired from the wall, and I got this chain wrapped around this way. It wouldn't go in these holes. So we're going to see what happens. I'm going to start to lift up on it and see if we tear something up. It's heavy. Alright, I'm going to start backing up. I got a shelf in the way over here. I don't know if we can do this without another hand, a pair of hands. I didn't expect it to lean that way. Well, we're gonna have to find a way to get this thing repositioned because the frame is too heavy for the bucket to roll it that way and get it level. And I think we're gonna have to get somebody else out here to help us balance it and get it over those fenders on the trailer. So when I figure something out, I'll be back. Okay, new plan. It won't go over the trailer fenders. The bucket's just not strong enough to curve it up. So I laid it down here. We're gonna hook the chain to the front of it. And then when Charlie gets here, we're gonna have, you know, 2 people lift up the back, and I'm gonna lift up the front with the tractor and just have them walk it up. I'm gonna park the trailer behind it right over there. I think that's gonna be the best bet because I don't want to nick my trailer all up. It's just stupid to get in a hurry when you don't have to be. So I'm gonna get things moved, and actually I'm gonna eat some lunch and wait on Charlie to get here. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna lift up the front and get a guy or 2 on the back right there and just pick it up and walk it up on the trailer. But I want to point out this this frame. Look at this thing. This thing's not got a speck of rust anywhere. And this was my mom and dad's daily driver for years here in Illinois in the salt. Didn't matter. Just like that Lincoln. It just goes to show how Dad takes care of them. I can remember being a little kid and him laying in the car wash floor in the middle of the winter, just spraying the shit out of this thing to keep the salt out from under it. And now you got all these people wanting frames and nobody can find one. And this thing hasn't got a speck of rust in the torque box, nowhere, all the way around here. I had it acid dipped, and you see a little bit of surface rust here, but this thing's like brand new because Dad, in the 70s and 80s.
I did that, even in the winter time, because it was driven in a lot of salt, and I just washed the hell out of it.
Just like he does that Lincoln. They drive it day in and day out. How many miles has that got on now?
164,000.
164,000 on that town car. They use it day in and day out. It never stops. And this convertible, I believe, I'd have to look at the instrument cluster, but I think it had 153,000 on it when we stopped driving it. But yeah, Dad bought this in 1976. It was our daily driver for many years. And look at that frame. It still looks basically like it's going down the assembly line, ready to be put back together, which hopefully that's what's fixing to happen. So
paid $1,000 for it back then. That was a hell of a lot of money.
With 50,000 miles on it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
50,000 on a 68 XL convertible. $1,000 in 1976. He had a 64 Galaxy, just 2-door hardtop that he got rid of it, and we were all pissed. And he told Mom he bought a yellow car, and she said, "I'm not driving a yellow car." And once he brought it home, she was in love with it, and we all was after all those years. The first time I ever seen a convertible top go down, my eyes popped out of my head. And he handed it over to me in 1989, and I just never got rid of it.
A nice car.
Huh?
It was a nice car back then.
It was. It was a bench seat car. Of course, I got buckets and everything for it now, but it had factory air and disc brakes, and
yeah,
one of the nicest cars we had ever had at the time.
I ran the hell out of it. You couldn't. I was never out running it.
No, 392 barrel. People don't understand how they run. They just don't get it. Well, I'm going to eat some lunch, and then we'll reassess the situation, but I think we got it figured out. It's best to just wait on somebody else. We got a new plan. We're going to put this on here this way, and I just bought a new storm door for the shop and a new gun safe. So I got all this cardboard. I'm going to lift this up on the cardboard on the ramps, and then we're hoping that the tractor will just push it and slide the cardboard right up there, not mark up the trailer or anything. So that's what we're fixing to try. All right, I jacked it up with the floor jack, got this cardboard under here. So we get the floor jack out of the way. Dad's gonna start pushing with the tractor, and we're hoping that the cardboard just stays on there and slides right up with it. And then I'll put this piece under it when it gets farther up there. So let's see what happens. All right, here we go. We may make fools out of ourselves. Worked like a champ. Now we're gonna get her tied down and get it in the body shop. We're gonna get this Lincoln and truck put away so they ain't sitting out any longer than they have to. I'll start these things back up pretty soon, let them run a little longer since we've started them twice. It'll be 3 times actually. All right, that's done. All right, had my lunch. We got one strap on here. We think that's all it needs. No farther than we're going. We're gonna get in there to the body shop and get it unloaded. No, we better grab that. I left that chain laying back there. We'll just throw it in the floorboard. All right, see you guys at the body shop. All right, here we are, pulling into McCarty's Auto Body, the ones that painted my green XL. We're gonna get this frame painted up.
Whoa.
Somebody's coming flying out of here. They must be buying catalytic converters or something. Some kind of junk. Go on, lady. Get out of there. All right, let's go in and see where they want this thing. Father and son. It's here. Where are we bringing it in? Huh?
Got the open bay ready for it.
Oh, well, let's go assess the situation. Oh, we're going to put it right here? This looks like an office.
That's the morning coffee quartet that goes right there.
Ah.
The old guys like to come in and discuss world problems.
Let's go talk about your grandpa's truck.
Oh, okay.
What is it, a 50?
Yeah.
I want to show you guys this 1954 that belongs to Josh here, the son that will inherit this empire.
This truck belonged to my grandpa. He was the second owner.
What year did he buy it, you think?
1958.
1958.
He drove it and built his house with it. hauled every stick of lumber building this house with this truck. Cracked the block. So then I took a 19,
it was a flathead, wasn't it?
Yeah, the flathead V8.
You still got it. Oh yeah.
Sold it.
Oh, did you?
Yep. I put a 1989 Ford 302 in it. It was fuel injected, so I changed the intake and put a carburetor on it. I put the AOD transmission and made a custom drive shaft.
Let's see the engine.
Now I drive it a lot.
Look at that dependability. The 302 will get you through.
Yep. Couldn't find any headers, so I had to make those headers. That took a little while.
Yeah. Look at that. How they go down and around the front of that cross member like that.
Yeah.
But it works. Fire it up. Oh, we've got to go get the key. You just don't know what you'll see up here. Sounds good.
Yeah. Put a little shorty exhaust with glass packs on each side.
Glass packs on the Ford's really the only way to go.
Yeah. Sounds really good.
Choke works good too.
Might need a little bit of adjustment.
Yeah. Well, all right, let's get this frame unloaded. All right, Josh says that he doesn't need our help. He knows exactly what he's doing. He does have a bigger tractor than me, so I'm not going to doubt him. He says I don't even need to back up to the door. Josh was out here in this exact same spot when we took the car off the frame.
Put that bucket underneath that frame, slide all the way in without scratching the trailer, right?
Yes, please. What do you want to do?
I want that bucket, that frame inside the bucket.
Down a little bit. Okay, and okay. I don't have a clue what he's doing, but he seems to know. I think I need a bigger tractor.
Next is mine, John.
I know. This makes me a little nervous.
That's my shop.
I haven't made it that far. I'm not worried about the frame, I'm worried about my trailer getting smashed. Look at that. I'll be damned. That was a lot easier than what we did. Yeah, this right here is where we pulled that car off the frame. I believe it was in 2004. But when you buy a house and a truck and a car 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 and like a recession of 08, and then caught back up and finally pay the house off, now I guess it's time to do this. Get it done. There it is. It's delivered. Here is my passenger door that they got all primered up for me. I brought it up here, let them do it. I come up here and I drilled the holes in it for the body side moldings. And I just haven't taken it back home yet. You see all the other one in the back of that 86 Ford truck. I need to get this one home too, I guess. Here's Ed's 57 Chevy. He's the one that makes me feel a little bit better. He started on this way before I started on mine. He still don't have it done. Hopefully one of these days we'll get them all done. Come here. I want you guys to see this 57 Chevy. What is that?
It's a 402 big block Chevy Light.
A 402.
Yeah.
Did you build it?
I built it. Yeah.
How long have we been working on this car?
35 years.
35 years, so you got me beat.
So it's time for me to finish my car.
Yeah, it is. And it's shoved back here in the corner.
You know what? The 57 Chevrolet. Yeah.
He'll get it done when he stops taking other shit in like mine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this truck's supposed to be gone. Still got this one to finish too. Josh is bad mouthing those factory Ford welds.
Wow. Would you like me to fix that before we paint it?
No, just like when you wanted to fix those sail panels on the XL with that lead, I said no, leave them the way they are. But
It's your car.
it's in pretty damn good shape, ain't it?
Oh, no, it's in great shape.
It don't need a lot.
You got the motor rate for this?
I got one. Yeah, I got the coil springs, got the rear end, got the shocks, got ball joints. I got stabilizer bar bushings. I should have everything to put the frame back together. Have it ready to roll out of here. So, the main thing is here. We got to get on tie. Let's get home. Well, got her back from we came back from the body shop. Put this away. Might as well get this bucket off here because I'm gonna have to mow again. There's that. Now we gotta get this car back up on the trailer, get it and the trailer both put away before rain this weekend, and that way nobody can borrow my trailer either. I came out here and started this thing last night and couldn't believe how easy it started up, and then I showed Dad again this morning when he got here, so hopefully it doesn't make a fool out of me again. Oh, I made a fool out of myself because I undid the battery. Hold on. Where's it at? Better get this off here. I think we still got plenty of gas to get it up on the trailer. And I had it running this morning. Started a lot easier than that this morning than last night. But that's okay. I still can't get over how good this thing runs. I do wish that choke would kick down sooner. Definitely have to do some carburetor adjusting, or maybe even a different carburetor, but those vacuum lines aren't even hooked up the way they're supposed to be. There we idled down. Now, if somebody asked if they could borrow my trailer, I could say, well, I'd let you, but it's got a car on it. So I'm going to back this in there and call it a day. If you like this video, please give it that thumbs up. Please share it. Please leave me a comment and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching.